Phosphor Dot fans, Earl at thelogbook.com. Firing up the Game Boy for once because it is one of the rare places where you can find a video game based on a favorite piece of Japanese IP of mine. And that is the early 70s anime series Space Battleship Yamato, which we got over here in the Western world as Starblazers. Unlike what happened with Gatchaman, when we got Yamato over here, we actually got a very faithful translation of it. And it has been a lifelong favorite of mine. I believe it premiered in the US in 1979, 78 or 79. And, of course, it was one of these things where something was brought over to the English-speaking world in a fresh English dub because strike while the iron is hot, Star Wars is big. That's how we got Battle of the Planets. That's also how we got Starblazers. And this is one of the earliest video game attempts to make Starblazers or Yamato happen in a playable form. Oh, let's bask in this for a second. Okay, well, no complaints on them nailing the theme music. That's great. Good job, guys. Now, I will offer you a caveat. I have no idea what any of this is actually saying. I can't translate it. But I have figured out how to play the game, and I have actually played it before making this video. So basically, what we're doing is it's a turn-based, tile-based strategy game. Alright, so there is Yamato, there's your mothership. Kind of want to hold that back, sort of like the king in chess. These are your fighter squadrons. I don't want to say they're pawns, but if the shoe fits. These are the enemy squadrons, and larger enemy craft lurk back here. What you're trying to do is take out the enemy base, but also especially the enemy missile launcher. Not an easy task, as you might already have guessed. You cannot position anything over a crater. Interesting choice. Here we go. Now this part of the game plays out a bit like Taipan. A bit like combat and ship-to-ship combat in Taipan. Ooh. Here we go again. Ooh. Oh, that hurt. That was not kind either. Wow. Boy, not doing my fleet strength any favors. Now let's take the fight to them. Ouch. Okay, I don't know what she is telling me. It's probably not good news, though. Ow! Boy. Alright, I've already moved that one. Already moved that one. Go ahead and take on... Now, these are larger vehicles. That went better than I thought. Let's zoom in a bit. See what's going on. Okay. Okay, I think we are on their turn. Oh. I hope this starts going better for me soon. Better than that. And... okay, squadron down. Oof. Surely we could take that one guy out. I was kind of hoping we could do it without losing anybody, but... And here we go with another fight. And... anyone else? There's the missile. Okay. See how this goes. Okay, now that is my favorite kind of outcome. Don't lose anybody. And take out at least one of theirs. And that is my least favorite outcome. Where they don't lose anyone, but I lose a squadron. Arg, as the voice of Odyssey 2 would say. Yeah, I don't think this... Let's see how much trouble we cause these guys. That is an acceptable amount of trouble. Alright. They are engaging Yamato directly, so... now it becomes a first-person Okay, the gauge on the right, that is how much damage I've taken. Yes, Yamato's capable of dishing out some damage, but not without taking damage herself. And some of the smaller fighters are more agile. You really want Yamato to go up against the larger ships, the less maneuverable ships. But nobody asked me what I wanted. Energy gauge is on the left. Come on. I want this guy out of my sky. You know, in addition to being kind of engrossing because of the IP in question, it's a good game. It's fun. It's kind of sad that this game did not get translated for the US market. Alright, fellas. That could have gone better. We'll see how this goes. Surely we can take out that one guy. Thank you. Alright, this may not be wise, but nobody... Okay, that is an outcome that can happen. Nobody hits anybody. Alright. I'm getting swarmed here. Ow. Good. Ow. Oof. Oh. Come on. Get back here. Increase the damage gauge a lot more than I wanted to in that engagement. Let's see how this goes. At least I took one of them out with me. I think I'm down to, what, this one squadron? Whew. Well, let's see what trouble I can cause with one fighter. An acceptable amount of trouble. Nicely done. Ah. These blue fellas are making me cranky. Oh. Okay, Yamato automatically takes out the missiles. At least for a bit. Well, let's go after the silo. Yes, Yuki, got that. Yeah. Let's get the fighters to concentrate on the fighters. Get that guy out of the sky. Good job. Okay, now this part of the game turns into a thing that's kind of like track and field, believe it or not. It's about how fast you can mash the action buttons. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not quite. Do I have any... I do have a fighter left. A fighter. Which I'm about to send up against this whole group. Good luck. You know, it does feel like the show, just the overwhelming numbers involved. Okay, now we're up against command ships. And I don't like them. One more. Alright, get back over here. Nice. Blow you out of the sky. Not liking where the damage gauge is. Intercept that missile. Let's try this again. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, I am here on the Gamelon homeworld to yuck your yum, boys. Let's go. Taking way too much damage for my liking. Oh. Oof. Okay, we're like, what, 3/5 on the damage gauge? I am not digging that. And I don't think I'm going to get a break anytime soon. And there are no health potions in this game. Not that you can apply that to a spacecraft. Oof. Oof. Ooh. Alright, I think we got one straggler left. Want that number down to 0. As soon as it's convenient for the firing team. Okay, we're at about 75% on the damage gauge. I'm not liking this. But you know what? That totally feels like Space Battleship Yamato to me. Alright. Get ready for some button mashing action. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Yes. You want some? Let's go. We've still got to take out the base. And that is a process very much like taking out the missile silo, so... Here we go, track and field, baby. Come on, we can do this, we can do this. I bet they're pretty peeved about me being here now. Alright. I expect this will also be button mashing. It would be impossible to do the action buttons on an actual Game Boy this way. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, look at that. I have no idea what Kodai is saying there. But I want to entertain the notion that it is congratulatory in nature. Uh-oh. That must be a continue password. Fascinating. Okay, well, there you go. I think we've played this long enough, but you get the fever for the flavor of it. It's very accurate to the IP in question, very accurate to the anime, and it's not easy.